what stood out to you from the Tony Robinson's video?
So for staying positive, I think I liked the most that he said, try to get rid of the negative thoughts about bad things that are happening and just try to remember all the good things and how you can fix it.
What is a piece of advice to stay positive?
Just think positive and you'll act positive.
How do you stay positive?
I know that life will get better, so I just put a smile on my face and keep on going.
What is a piece of advice to stay positive?
I've always tried to live with the mindset of think happy, be happy, and it's helped me to just look past the negative things in life and look for the good things in life and encourage others to do the same. How do you stay positive?
Well, I like to think about the things that I have good in life, what I have right now instead of what I don't have. I like to think of the situation that I'm in. I take what I have good in that day and I assess the situation. Like I think of yin and yang. In a day full of good, there's always just a little bit of bad. But in a day full of bad things, there's always a little bit of good. So you have to look forward into things that will make you happy throughout that day and just push you.
Why do you choose to stay positive?
I guess what's the alternative? You know, who wants to lead the life where you're negative all the time? And I think that can be almost more draining on your mind and your body and your whole outlook on life. So yeah, I guess it needs to be a cognitive effort, I think, to stay positive. I think it's easy to fall down the negativity tunnel. And it's something that you have to really work hard not to, but being negative is way easier than it is to find things in the positive with certain situations. And I think that's sadly what a lot of us do, is we just go and do the easy thing rather than trying to maybe turn situations around, and might be harder to do, but in the long run be easier on your whole life take.
Why do you stay positive?
I choose to stay positive because positivity is infectious. Same with negativity, but if you surround yourself with positive people and spread that, it just makes everyone have a better day.
What gets in the way of you staying positive, and how do you overcome it?
Sometimes I wake up on the wrong side of the bed, or sometimes other students are not positive. That gets me down, but usually I listen to music that's pretty cheerful, and then it cheers me up and I cheer other people up, and it just makes everything better. So that's how I stay positive.
What gets in the way of you staying positive, and how do you overcome it?
I would say negative people and just their negative attitudes, and how I overcome that is that I surround myself with positive people who kind of have a good attitude and outlook on life.
How do you overcome negative setbacks?
I just try to take a step back and analyze the situation, try not to overreact, but if it is a big deal, I'll just try and dig and find what the positive thing in the situation is, even if it's the littlest thing.
Have you ever had to switch who you hang around in order to stay positive?
Yes. Usually if people, or I'm with a group of people and they begin to get negative, I'll just walk away. Or I'll try to change the conversation to something more positive or enlightening to get rid of any negative feelings people have.
Have you ever had to switch who you are around in order to stay positive?
Yeah, I've definitely had to change who I've hung around, just because they weren't getting to the right things and their morals weren't correct. So I definitely had to find different friends that influenced me to do positive things and led me in the right direction.
Did you try the 7-day mental diet, and how did it go?
Yeah, I tried it, and I started telling people that I was trying it, and then everyone was kind of making fun of me for trying it. But I really wanted to see how it went, and then I got into chemistry class, and I was still trying really hard, and then got our quizzes back. It was pretty hard to keep staying positive, and then I went to my next class, study hall, had a good time there. But basically by the second day, I didn't realize how hard it was to keep staying positive throughout the whole thing. And I think everyone should try it because it's really good for you to realize that it's easy to be positive, but it's even easier to be negative. So we just all have to try to be positive all the time. And I know it's hard, but Yeah.
Did you try the 7-day mental diet, and how do you stay positive?
Yes, I did try the diet. I had to hit the reset button a couple of times. So there were a couple of situations that presented themselves that I wasn't as positive as I could be. But I do really try and focus on remaining positive and hold myself accountable to daily reminders on what I have to be thankful for and what I need to be positive about. I see a lot of issues where I think grace would solve a lot of how we treat one another. I think people start the day feeling like, hey, I'm going to be positive, but then we come across others that aren't being positive and we allow that to take our entire day, when in fact we just need to be gracious and understanding that it might be a reset day for them and you're on day 4, but we don't have to hit the reset button together all the time. And if we're just gracious and understanding that everybody has different challenges that we face, we can all hopefully be more kind and more positive in our daily interactions.
How do you stay positive?
Okay, I stay positive by thinking that somebody always has it worse than me. I always think about all the things that I'm grateful for, like my family, my friends, and the school.
What do you do to stay positive?
I stay positive by trying to think of all the good things that are happening in my life rather than the bad things, and by trying to block out negativity from other people.
How do you stay positive?
You know, I believe that your attitude is kind of a self-fulfilling thing, and so if you choose to be positive, that energy will be responded to by other people, and it's a real choice, I think. I mean, we all have it tough, and all of our situations are relative. Some people have encountered great trauma. Some people have had trauma that they maybe is less than some other people, but it's still impactful to them. And so it's all a choice, and I believe that it's super, super important to create good in the world, just as a human.